All right. Hey, this is Zach Keeping here from SSW, and welcome to the sprint review for SSW rewards for sprint 56. So let's jump right in. Cool. So for the sprint, we had two sprint goals. The first one was to begin to refine the requirements for white labeling. So just getting uh, basically what I've done, I put an epic out to kind of break down what's required to sort of make the app a bit more generic and clean it up and get rid of all um, the hard-coded SSW stuff and whatnot. So that's done. And the next sprint goal was to get PRs merged and beta testing emails sent out. So that was from the last sprint. We had a couple items there that we're still waiting reviews because JK was busy. So we've gotten them in, and we sent out an email to all the beta testers to get some feedback after we put out a beta that had the .NET 10 upgrade. But fortunately, we haven't heard anything back, so we might prod them again to try to get some more feedback. But that was sent out, so that's done.
Are you going to show us this document you made?
Yep, I'll get to it. Yep, I'll get to that below. Okay. I've shared it with Hugo, who's had a quick look over it. But
has anyone approved it?
No approvals just yet. But
I think it's a bit of a stretch to say it's done if you did it and didn't get anyone to check it. That's not what most people would consider done.
Okay, I sent it to Hugo and he said he was okay with it. But
oh yeah, well I would say, is that a test pass? And if he says yes, it's done.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So I said this was sprint 56. This was a 1 week sprint. Mostly me on this full time, but we also had JK for a couple days, which was good. We had 10 items in the sprint, and 7 were done, just a few stragglers. The main ones to point out are this white labeling one. So I'll just jump to that real quick. Cool.
Can you zoom up a bit?
Yep. Is that okay?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, so what I've done here is create an epic just to try to break down the tasks required to generify, I guess, the app. So mostly just getting rid of a lot of the core references to SSW. We have a lot tied around like the domain for our emails. We have a lot of custom like brand colors, all our images and assets, all our APIs, and our configurations.
So I think I would worry about the colors less. It's more that you basically just want somebody with the company of Northwind to change the company SSW to Northwind, and it works. Like the color stuff is much less important.
Okay. Yeah, for the most part, that's like one thing, like setting a primary color, maybe a secondary or whatnot. But I think those are kind of just small tasks I put in there, so we can move them down and kind of set things how we want. But for the most part, I think the core of it is really just getting rid of all of the hard-coded stuff, which shouldn't really have been in there in the first place. It should have been kind of a cleaner kind of configuration system. So I've kind of split this out into phases to, like phase 1 foundation, just getting that basic configuration system in, things like branding, the assets handling, the infrastructure, how we deploy that. If you want to split that up to different tenants, databases, and then like testing. So yeah, I've done what I can just to kind of split this up in a way that I think makes sense. This isn't set in stone. I think
did you do all this yourself, or did you use AI to do this?
So I got the help of Copilot to help create some of these PBIs. I put in a lot of the requirements needed and the basic things that the core that need to be done, and tried to split them up in a way that made sense. So I've had Copilot help to create these PBIs using the just connecting to the GitHub MCP. But yeah, a lot of these are kind of based on requirements that we built out in the previous sprint. But yeah, as I said, we can go through this and break these down. You said, Hugo, you've gone through and you're happy with a lot of this.
Yeah, the plan makes sense to me. And as you said, most of this stuff should have been done in the first place. We should not have that many hard-coded things anyway, so
Yeah,
just makes
yeah,
sense to
definitely.
do it. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Any questions about this, Adam?
How long is it going to take to do all this?
I would say a while.
Mm.
I haven't broken down all the estimates just yet. I would say for a full-time dev, at least a month, probably pushing 2, depending how it goes. I've tried to put in a lot of testing as well, which we never really had much testing in this app in the past, but going forward, I'm wanting to try to introduce
Zach,
that more.
are you using AI enough?
Yeah, I'm using it a fair bit. I think that would definitely help a lot. But yeah, with AI, maybe a month. But
okay. Yeah. By the way, some teams are estimating now, and they're doing it with AI and without AI. Like, the ones that are paying, the clients that are paying a fair bit for AI, like enterprise versions and things, they're wanting estimates without that and with that. Just as curiosity, what the ROI is on these large AI costs.
okay.
So
yeah, I'll probably consider that when we do the estimates. Because these should be broken down pretty clearly, so it should be easy enough for an AI to pick up a lot of the tasks required and cut down a lot of the time. So
right.
Yeah, it might be less than a month, but
now, would you be
that was the
making
place.
each change, getting rid of each setting, and then deploying?
I would say
Not
for
to the
each
store,
phase,
but
perhaps.
deploying.
What was that? Sorry, was that?
I'm not talking about deploying to the store. I'm just saying deploying, running playwright tests and stuff. Do you have playwright tests?
I don't think we have playwright. We have at the moment we've only got some basic unit tests and a few very basic integration tests, but that's something we're kind of hoping to add more as we go through.
Yeah.
I built some for notifications because of the UI changes. They were breaking on different devices and stuff like that.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I guess we do have some. Cool. But yeah, I would say a lot of these can be chunked out and deployed and tested as we kind of go along.
Right.
Especially like a lot of these where it's just kind of moving things to configuration systems, so they should basically stay the same as we go.
Yeah, okay. I think I would want JK to approve each one of these, that it needs to be done, because I don't want to be doing any unnecessary stuff just for a company to test out doing this and running it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you get the time, JK, it'd be good to get a pair of eyes on these and give us your feedback. But you're muted.
That's quite a few of them. I'll be back on a Friday, and I'll also be on Monday.
Okay, cool. All right. Any other questions or concerns with this?
No, all good. Is there any optional ones in there?
Like I said, like if you don't care about colors, we can remove stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd move all that stuff to the bottom. And
okay.
Just optional, or another category.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely would like to do the first little bit, enough for you to do a small video that shows this is how you would get it up and running. You just do this, you make this change here, and you're good to go. I don't mind if it requires SSW infrastructure. I just want them to be able to get it going.
Okay. Yeah, I've created a note. I'll try to break this down to move some optional ones out of the way and get the core in there. Cool. All right. So moving on, some other ones of note that were completed this sprint. Some bug fixes, some nice quality of life stuff. Like we have this one here where we had a report about QR codes scanning outside the framing box. I'll just jump into that. This is one that I've kind of discovered in the past and has also been annoying, where basically how the scanning library worked previously was it would basically any QR code that shows up on the entire viewfinder would pick up as a scan. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the center there. So if you're trying to scan something, maybe there's something in the background that's also a code. They could conflict and might pick up the one in the background. So I've made a change for this. So it only scan QR codes that are right in the center. So you have to really intentionally be going for that one, and it won't just be picking up everything that's in the camera's view. This was reported by Griffin, and yeah, it's something I've noticed a lot as well. So that should be a lot nicer going forward. Any questions about that?
No, all good.
Cool. And I would say the next main one of note is this activity feed. So Hugo's done all these mockups for an activity feed in the app. So it's kind of two parts. In an admin, we have in the admin portal an activity feed where we can create posts. So you have a title, maybe an image, and some text, and then we can post that out as a feed. And then in the app, in the activity page, you have a new SSW tab.
I'm a little confused. Can you go up to the screen before?
Yeah, sorry.
So who asked for this feature?
We talked about this one in the last sprint review.
Yeah, who asked for it?
That was a suggestion, I guess, from JK.
We talked about Adam together.
Right.
There's a yak chain with me, you, and Hugo.
Okay. All right. I'm not remembering it. Okay. Sorry. These are for the notifications. Is that right? Is it connected to the notifications?
Yes.
It works similar to notifications.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the idea would be that you make a post and it kind of adds to a feed, and you can also have it create a notification for that post. So say like, hey, we're at NDC, we've got this booth, come and visit us. And then everyone with the app would get that notification. And then also in the app, they can go to the activity feed and see a running history of everything that we posted. Just kind of like a social feed for SSW.
Yeah,
I think it was. I think it was right. It was, I think, right before Christmas. We talked about what to do with activities, and if we want to add news and stuff like that, that we could then use something like this to notify people for new stuff.
Yeah, well, in a way to also advertise when we doing a prize draw and show off winners with their prizes, with the pictures, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
I think this is more like a permanent activity. Like we released new version with new features, or we released new product or stuff like that. Whereas calling people for prize draws is like a in the moment notification.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. So Hugo's done all these mockups, which I think all look good. And the next part of that was to kind of implement it, which I had started on and is mostly done. I don't think it's too far off, maybe another day, but hopefully we can get that in the next sprint.
All right. You'll record the done video for that feature?
Yeah, I can do a done video for that.
Okay.
Cool. And I guess the next one of note is the notifications. Did you want to speak about that, JK?
Yeah, we now have already 7 pull requests for this V3. So probably if we have more feedback after the one that you gave me yesterday, we probably should consider V4 because there's a lot of changes we squished into this one issue that this is why it takes so long. And yeah, just commit to say it's good enough. Let's do a done video, and any more changes go into next version. So yeah, I think you were fairly happy with the last UI.
Yes,
you given me a few. You gave me a
The
few more
feedback I
changes.
gave, it feels small. Like it doesn't feel heaps. I know you have to code it up and fix it, but the UI was pretty good. I mostly I give a lot more feedback on the UI to that than that.
Yeah. So whatever deployment I do, it takes minimal 90 minutes. So if I get the feedback at the end of the day, there's just not possible.
Right.
Even if I did the changes in 5 minutes, just not possible. Also, we had issues with the SSW identity server, where that also was blocking TimePro as well as SSW rewards. The local development just froze up because of that. So I took some time to investigate because I literally couldn't run the application. So yeah, apologies that it hasn't been done, but yeah, I ran out of time.
Okay.
So fingers crossed in the next sprint we get this done. Cool. Any questions about these items or any you want me to go over, or happy to move on?
You're happy?
Cool. Moving on to the sprint burn up. So as I said, we got most of the items done, but just a couple to carry over to the next sprint. So not a bad burn up there. In the overall big picture, again, kind of inching up over time. There's a nice little bump at the end there. So slight movement. We'll get there eventually.
That doesn't look like a very good burn up.
Yeah, overall, I think what didn't help is that I added a lot of Epic, add a lot of PBIs, which doesn't help things, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which you'll see
that's
here.
All. Yeah, that's all of the issues.
Yeah, so the stats for the last 30 days, we've had 41 new PBIs. Again, a lot of them would be the Epic. Only 4 with Yak Shaver, so 10%.
That's the lowest number I've ever seen on any sprint review.
Yeah, that'd be my Epic skewing that a fair bit, because that was all the MCP, unfortunately. But we did have a few. I was on a couple of Yak Shavers with JK there, so.
Which means that Yak Shaver needs to have an Epic feature, so we can create epics.
Yeah, for extra long videos. So cool. So we completed 7 PBIs, but a net change of 34. Again, largely that Epic, unfortunately. So the stats, we've had no pushes to production yet. We were kind of hoping to get some beta feedback. So I think I'll resend the beta email. We did kind of send that just before the holidays, so that it didn't really help things. But maybe in the new year we can get some feedback there. We had 1 API deployment. We had 3 to beta and test flight, none for identity, and we had 3 pushes to the admin portal. Going to the application health, this is pretty much stock standard. All our fail requests are just the bot activity, just spikes of bot activity hitting random 404s trying to hit various files off the web server, but nothing on our end.
Okay.
Analytics, so for iOS, 0 crashes, which is good, but I don't believe we had any users, so that checks out. Android, again, 0 crashes, and I believe 1 user. So that's good. 1 user, no crash, but not a whole lot of data, unfortunately. So for the Copilot stats, this was largely me talking with Hugo and JK kind of interjecting. Overall, it was 45 minutes.
Why do you need to say image from product owner? What does that provide you with?
I can't remember. I think we added that in one of the previous ones, but I don't know if we need that. We could probably just remove that.
Yeah, doesn't seem to.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
All right. So the main item was, according to the AI, finalizing the requirements for white labeling, which was correct. That would have been the main item that we completed.
Okay.
Don't believe we're doing any experimental work for AI use. For me, it was Copilot with Claude Sonnet 4.5 and Yak Shaver. And for JK, basically the same Copilot and Yak Shaver. What went well? So for me, I think we got a lot done despite a lot of distractions. I'm going on to CR soon, so I've had endless amounts of forms to fill out, and that's been a huge pain. But managed to still get a few done here despite that. From JK, he demoed the UI to Adam, and Adam seemed happy and provided good feedback. So fingers crossed. That's only a little bit left to do, and they should be good to go for that one.
Right.
And from Hugo, we have a good idea for what's required for white labeling. So yeah, we can go. I'll go back and refine that epic a bit more, but I think we got the core of it there, which I think is good.
Yeah, it's looking good.
What didn't go so well, Hugo said no feedback from beta testers, which yeah, is unfortunate, but it was the holidays, so I think to be expected. And what improvements will we make from the next sprint? We'll ping the beta testers again to try to get more feedback. Because yeah, it'd be good to get some feedback, especially because we did the .NET 10 upgrade, so it'd be good to get this in as many devices as we can. From my testing, it seems okay. I've done it with a bunch of devices, just my local devices and simulators, but yeah, it'd be good to get some real world feedback.
So with that, that is you, Zach. When you complete that and you want the feedback, you call people up and say, "I need this. You're on, you're on the bench. I need you to do it now. Can you start doing it? Can you check you're not blocked? And then call me back when you finish testing. This is what I need you to do." Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
All
So
right.
just put in brackets, make a call to a dev on the bench. Yeah. And the other thing that could have been better, I think, JK, if you said, "I'm not going to do a video because you're asking for these changes," is that fine? I won't do a video for the sprint review tomorrow. Yeah, just be clear.
Yeah,
I thought I unblocked you. I thought you were saying, "Great, thank you for all that. I can now run away and record the video."
Yeah, I stayed 1 hour longer in order to hopefully be able to do all of that. But
but even if you stayed back 10 hours, like you've got to tell someone, if you do this, I won't do this. Like if you give me feedback, just be clear so that there's no surprises. And so think about any client. No client wants to turn up to a meeting thinking they're going to get something and then not get it. Yeah. It's just good. Just send a message. I won't be getting that done. Yeah.
All right. Any other feedback before we move on?
No, all good.
All right, cool. So that's the sprint review done. Moving on to the forecast. So the next sprint is sprint 57. We've currently set these 2 sprint goals. One was to complete the activity feed because that's nearly done. So hopefully we can tick that off pretty soon.
Can you put with video?
With video, yep. So I'll do a done video for that.
Yep. And the next one, the same thing in brackets with video.
Yep, so hopefully get that notifications on done. Are you happy with those, Adam?
Yep, very happy. And try to use as much AI as you can in the next sprint, Zach.
Yep. All right. I'll vibe it all up and see how we go.
Yes.
Cool. So next sprint, sprint 57, that should be on the 20th, so a week from now. This is the current sprint board. So again, those two items above, and we've brought in some of the sort of basic core white labeling stuff, like getting a configuration system in, so we can make a start on that for the next sprint. Jumping down for the Copilot summary, it said the main item to do for this sprint was to work on the white labeling tasks, which I guess is accurate. That's sort of the core of the next work. And yeah, with that, any questions about the forecast?
No, all good.
All right, cool. So with that, that concludes the SSW Awards sprint review for sprint 56 and the 57 forecast. This video will be uploaded to YouTube, so you can come here and see all our previous sprint reviews and other videos that we upload, including hopefully some done videos pretty soon. And with that, yeah, thanks for joining and see you in the next one.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks.
Thanks.